I just want to bring y'all a couple videos real quick because tomorrow is the 4th. I'm taking the day off, so it is what it is. But yeah, turn this shit down. I'll be complaining about the sound and shit like that. But I'm gonna bring y'all these 3 vids about the music for Midyear, what I like, not what y'all like. But first up, we got the top 10 Midyear rap albums of 2014 for what I like. Just go from 10 to 1, you know what I mean? Number 10, I'm gonna go with Kidding, In My Own Lane. That was definitely an album that surprised me. I wasn't the biggest Kidding fan, but I did like his mixtape, Rocket Kid Shorty, so I thought that was pretty dope in a way. I did come out this year, if I'm correct, because I did buy it. Yeah, so it is what it is. Alright, number 9, I'm going to go with Young Money, Rise of an Empire. It was cool. It was different from the first one. You know, definitely I felt like it got some, not hits, but, you know, some shit that could be played on radio. And I definitely heard a couple of them on the radio, so it is what it is. That was still a good project. But it just didn't feel right without Drake and Nicki really being on there, so it is what it is. That's number 9. Number 8, I'm going to go with Iggy Azalea with the new classic. Even though Nicki throwing her shade right now, that album still to me was pretty good. You know, even if she write her rhymes or don't write her rhymes, she's still a cool artist though, you know what I mean? You got to give her props for having the number 1 record with the Fancy joint, and then on the record with Ariana Grande, and then she on T.I. new record. So she definitely putting in that work. And over time, you know, I think she can only get better. Number 7, I'm going to go with 50 Cent, Animal Ambition. A lot of people said it's just a warm-up to, well, it is just a warm-up to his Street King Immortal album. These were songs that was left off of Street King Immortal, and it's just basically a promo. It could have been a mixtape from what some say, but other than that, it still was a good project. Number 6, I'm going to go with Schoolboy Q, Oxymoron. Definitely an album that I didn't see coming, you know what I mean, as far as LPs, but it definitely was good. I like, you know, the majority of the project. Go back and look at the review if you didn't see it. But yeah, definitely Schoolboy Q had a good album. I fuck with it. Number 5, I'm gonna go with Freddie Gibbs, Pinata. Excuse me, going off of the beef with him and Jeezy. Definitely, we understand that he was way more lyrical than Jeezy, you know, in a sense, and this album definitely was something different for him, stepping out the box as far as production, and he murdered that album. That was definitely a dope album. I wonder how Jeezy feel now, though. Like, is he kicking himself in the ass because he let this nigga go or leave or whatever? But I don't get why Jeezy wouldn't put the backing behind, pause, Freddie Gibbs, but with YG. But Freddie Gibbs explaining at the Breakfast Club that basically YG had a deal before he got with Jeezy. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Moving on, number 4, Mac Miller with Faces. A lot of y'all may sit there and say, oh, that was a mixtape. It was an album. Independent album. Put it like that. You know, we've seen it before where they put it on all the mixtape websites, but then if you go on iTunes, you see it. You know what I mean? So if anything like this get leaked, it is an album, not a mixtape. Mixtapes don't get leaked. Albums get leaked. You dig what I'm saying? But he definitely surprised me with it. The album cover for itself was pretty fucking dope. I wish he had press it up and sell it. I don't know if he has or not, but I definitely would love to purchase this because it's definitely a great project. But moving on to number 3, Boz with Last Winter. He signed to what's the boy name? J. Cole label, you know what I mean? And this was the album I still was supposed to pick up, but didn't. I still may pick it up after a while, you know what I mean? Just to prove that I'm not about buying albums based on that first week where you get, you know, the sale and shit like that. So it is what it is. He still put out a phenomenal album. So if y'all haven't heard it, go check it out. Number 2, Alchemist and Evidence with Lord Steppington. ALC and Ev, man, they definitely always do their thing, man. I heard this shit phenomenal from top to bottom. I think I did a review on this project. You can go check the channel if you haven't. And I definitely have to salute Alchemist because he just gets better and better as far as productions. He definitely is a top producer. I think I put him in my top producers video. If I didn't, Alchemist definitely is one of them boys. And number 1, Absol with These Days, man. Why not? You know, I still feel like to me this is better than, you know, in a way, Good Kid, Mad City. And some people sat there and said it was reaching for mainstream or whatever, and this is not his real album. His real album is coming out. This is supposed to be a mixtape that basically got pressed up, whatever you want to call it. But I am mad that he didn't put it in stores, but I understand he had no label. See, he's independent, Top Dog. He's not signed to Interscope, basically. So hopefully they can get that paperwork straight and he can get on Interscope or Capitol or whichever Atlantic label to put his album in stores, because I definitely was looking for this. It was a link to buy the album, but I heard it was an autographed copy, but it was just basically a blank CD with, you know, a little packaging paper or whatever with the cover and all that, with his autograph on it, and just, you know what I mean? So at that point I can just sit there and just burn it myself. But for people that do try to burn this, like you leak it, it leaks, and you download it to whatever and put it on iTunes and try to burn it, it's not going to burn the whole thing because of that long-ass battle with him and Daylight. So you would have to take off a couple songs that you probably didn't like and then do it. And so I definitely burned it, but at the end of the day, I took off one song. I left the battle record off because it's like I didn't get why he picked with We Right Out Here, that song right there, and the battle was on that. So I definitely gonna have to burn it over and take off a couple joints that I probably wasn't feeling like that. But other than that, man, these my top 10 mid-year rap albums of 2014. Sorry if the music's too loud. You got Kid Ink, In My Own Lane, Schoolboy Q, Oxymoron, Iggy Azalea, the new classic, 50 Cent, Animal Ambition, Young Money, Rise of Empire, Freddie Gibbs, Pinata, Mac Miller's Faces, Bob's Last Winter, Alchemist, Evidence, Lord Step It, Turn to Absol These Days. Let me know what albums y'all fuck with, and other than that, I'm out. One.